Hey guys, it's Gene. I'm with the MX Sport. I was going to do something I hadn't done in a long time. I'm going to check out a tot lot. It rained like crazy last night. It's really wet. I got the new waterproof headphones on there. I thought I'd test them out, even though it won't really be a factor today, but I'm not under the water. But I haven't messed around these tot lots in a long time. And then there's like a little sand volleyball court. I'm gonna check these out and see if there's anything here. Hey guys, I'm under this slide thing here and getting a lot of signals about 3 inches deep. Got a real crusty quarter. See, it's real wet. See if I get anything good. Just got a nickel signal. It's a nickel. Sweet. I'm letting the tot lot rest. I should have got up earlier. There's a lot of people showing up with their kids, and I usually hit those really early or really late. I kind of got started late today. But right here between these two poles was a really old swing set and a slide and stuff. And looks like they tore it out this year. I mean, this stuff was all rusty and messed up. So I'm going to run this thing. In the tot lot, I was running on 4 sensitivity, and I still picked up a penny below those wood chips about 8 inches deep. So I'm going to run it like that. And there's probably a lot of trash in here, so kind of recommend a little bit lower sensitivity and heavy trash, because it still goes real deep. But you don't quite bang off and all that ultra small trash stuff quite as hard. So we'll hunt this and see if we can find anything. Got a nickel signal right off the get-go saying about 1 inch deep. And there's the nickel. Yeah, this is really trashy, so I'm just going to work through it and try and pick out the clean signals. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's visible trash literally all over the ground. And I just got another nickel right in between it, but you can see the display. Just working about 2-second sweep speed. And finding stuff. Got our first little jewelry find just right below the surface. A little horse head. Feels pretty heavy, but got a feeling it's nothing too great. We'll clean it up and look at it later. Hey guys, I'm out here. Got the MX Sport on 5. I just dug a key at least 8 inches deep. Still got a signal. Aha. Another key. It's like pretty old. We'll clean them up later. See what we got. Alright guys. Just got kind of a penny dime signal. Ended up with a wheat scent. A little over 8 inches deep. So low sensitivity, just like in my test bed, is working out perfectly fine. It's 1940. We're gonna keep on hunting. There's another wheat penny. It's hoping to get some silver. Let's say 1950, about 6.5 inches deep. Maybe we'll find something else good here shortly. Just got a wheat cent. About 6 inches deep. Can't see what it is, but running on 4 sensitivity, and this patch is real full of heavy iron, and looks like something was burned up here. There's like coal and little chunks. See if I get anything else. Hey guys, I'm out here with this MX Sport. Just got a pleasant surprise. Just got a crusty Indian head penny. Can't really tell what the date is, but there's so much junk out here, mostly modern junk and can slaw and stuff. It's like an old football field. But I found some mason jar lids and stuff in here, so I wanted to keep hunting it. Looks like I got a sweet little Indian head out of here. Awesome. We'll soak this later and see if we can get a date. Alright guys, just wanted to show you some of the finds I've had at that football field and schoolyard with the MX Sport. It's been killing it. Got quite a few nickels. 10 nickels. Bunch of dimes and pennies and quarters. Some of the more interesting stuff. Got these 3 keys. This one looks pretty old here. This one looks a little bit older. Kind of crusty. That one looks pretty old. And these look pretty good old keys. Got a cool Atari game token. You don't hear that much from Atari these days. A button. Thought this was a really neat find. This Detroit lubricator company. This is a huge piece of, I don't know what that is. It feels like it's got some brass and there's a little rust. Maybe it's copper. But I looked this up, and this Detroit lubricator company made parts for steam engines and some early gasoline engines. And I noticed on one of the forums somebody else had found one of these things, and they thought it was off the like carburetor or something for a 20s Cadillac. Pretty cool find. Then I got this little cheap horsey head pendant where there used to be a tot lot. Then I got some wheat pennies. Seems like I've been finding a lot of wheat pennies lately, and I haven't got much silver. I got these 5 wheat pennies. Then I got this really toasted Indian head. I don't know if you're going to be able to see any detail on it, but it's 1887. This football field, nobody's played football there in a pretty good while. So I was kind of checking it out, hoping to maybe score a ring or something, and end up digging a lot of, a little bit older clad, mostly 70s, 80s, and I started getting these zinc mason jar lids on the edge, and kept hunting that and just getting the mason jar lid with the with the porcelain inserts in it, and in that area is where I started getting these little bit older coins, and I hunted that place to death, and just really ended up with this Indian head probably being the best find. One thing I noticed about the MX Sport, and that I think I said in my review, is that you lower sensitivities and you'll still get deep coins. Well, I'm having to do that at this place. It seems like with the stock coil on the MX Sport, if I crank the sensitivity up very high, I'm getting some like falsing off the tips of iron. It seems to do a lot better with a sensitivity around 5, and that's just in the coin and jewelry mode. But I also noticed that if you used a concentric coil, if the iron's pretty sporadic and there's not tons of modern trash, that works really well. You don't seem to get those signals, and you can run pretty high sensitivity I normally don't use a lot of concentric coils because of my soil conditions are highly mineralized. But with the MX Sport, I'm still getting like 8-inch deep coins with the concentric. So that may be my new choice if there's lots of, decayed iron giving me a fit. But here's a little play money that came out of there. It's 25 cents. But overall, the MX Sport's doing really well. I'm going to keep testing it and try out the other coil, the whatever it is, 10x6. I also have that coil. I did dunk the MX Sport completely underwater and used the new waterproof headphones, and it did well. Everything survived. And that first dunk's always kind of the scariest one of all. I checked all my connections, made sure they were good in my battery compartment, and everything worked out fine. But I just thought I'd show you these finds. Pretty good haul. It's about two trips, a couple hours each trip, so about 4 hours, and got quite a few coins. One of the places I've been has been hunted to death. You don't get as much, and it seemed like this little football field put out quite a bit of stuff. So all in all, a good hunt. I'll probably go back there and try the football field one more time with a smaller coil, or the narrower coil, and see how that does in the iron. But my suggestion is, if you're in a place with a lot of decayed iron, you're getting false signals, don't worry about turning it down. I think you're a lot better off to run smoothly than to have to stop and check every single thing 90 degrees because you're getting so many false signals. Or if you have the concentric coil, give that a try. That seemed to really smooth out the MX Sport a whole lot. And it really feels kind of light with that coil on there. It feels like more of a hollow coil. So if you're swinging for a long time, that's nice too. Hopefully I'll get to try it at the beach sometime this year. But I got a lot more stuff coming up. I got a permission I've been working on forever to do this really old school that was a plantation, and it's 1,400 acres, and I've already been out there. I'm kind of behind on videos, and have found some pretty cool stuff, so you may want to check out those videos. And I'm going to be out there with a variety of detectors using those, the MX Sport and MXT All Pro, which I'm really loving that detector. So keep checking me out. I appreciate everyone for watching and subscribing. Thanks a lot.